Good morning and welcome everyone. We're going to get started with our 1 hour chair yoga class here in just a minute. I'd like you to make sure that you have a good sturdy chair, which means that when you push down on the back of it, it's not going to tip over or collapse. And preferably no socks unless your feet get cold, or shoes if you have orthopedics is fine. And loose comfortable clothing and a sweater and a glass of water nearby. And then when you're ready, I'd like you to just take a seat. And we're going to start by coming right to the edge of our chair with the heels under the knees, knees lined up with hips, tailbone is tucked, core strong, shoulders, just roll them up, back, and down, open up the chest, lengthen the neck, and tuck the chin. We're going to try and maintain this posture, this nice posture, throughout our entire class today so that we can train that perfect posture into our bodies. If this becomes uncomfortable for you at any point, you can always sit all the way back in your chair, but try and make sure that you have something behind you like a cushion or a small ball for lumbar support so that you're not allowing the chest to cave in. So first we're going to ground and center ourselves, which means just finding our place here and focusing our intention for our class today. So sitting up nice and tall, let's take a deep breath in all the way down to the tips of the toes, closing the eyes. And exhale completely, feeling the body supported by the chair and by the earth. Now just for a moment, bringing your attention to today's class. Let's first make ourselves a promise that we will not push too hard, that will honor any feelings of restriction, especially through the joints, that will maintain the lines of communication with the body, pushing forward when it's appropriate, holding back when it's appropriate, and offering ourselves a challenge in the meantime. And now for just a moment, I'd like you to bring to mind your intention for this class today. What would you like to experience and what would you like to come away with at the end of this? Just bringing that intention to mind. And we'll breathe deeply into it, filling the lungs and stomach with air. And now let's exhale and open the eyes. Good, we're going to start with a little spinal release. So first, hands to knees, extend through the crown of the head, take a deep breath in. Exhale, curve and round the spine. Inhale, up, lift, look up, shoulders down, elbows in. Exhale, curve and round, lengthen the neck. Again, inhale up, lift, extending, lengthen. Exhale, curve and round. And we'll come back to neutral. Good, so now just coming to a nice easy spinal roll down. Take a deep breath in, extend through the crown of the head. Exhale the chin toward the chest, and we'll slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. The elbows can come to the thighs, or you can release the arms down alongside the shins. You can relax all the way down toward the floor if that's comfortable for you. As you inhale, think of widening the back and expanding the ribs. As you exhale, relax down. Good. And now we'll walk the hands back up, bringing the hands to the knees. Excellent. And we'll sit up nice and tall. Now let's come to the top of the spine, into the muscles of the neck. Sitting up tall, shoulders down and back. We'll inhale and extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, drop the right ear toward the right shoulder and just hold here for a moment. First, I'd like you to make sure that your shoulders are nice and even, one side to the other. We never want to let one shoulder drop down. Our spine is long and straight right up to the collarbone, and then we bend only the neck. If you'd like to deepen your stretch, the left fingertips can reach away, pressing that thumb to the back of the room. Good, and you'll feel that extension deepen through the left side of the neck and shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Good, and on a given day you might feel this all the way down into your fingertips, and that's great as long as it's not painful for you. Now let's inhale through neutral, replace the hand on the thigh, exhale left ear toward the left shoulder. Sitting up tall, think of tipping the corner of your jaw toward the ceiling. And when you're ready, the right arm can reach out to the side, lengthening through those fingertips. So remember, the goal is not to get the ear as close as you can to the shoulder. So we don't want that shoulder to rise, and we don't want the body to drop down to the side. What we're looking for is always just the extension. It doesn't matter how deeply we get into the pose. Now let's move with the breath. Inhale through neutral, replace the hands on the knees. Exhale, right ear toward the right shoulder. Inhale through neutral, exhale, left ear toward the left shoulder. Inhale through neutral, exhale, right ear toward the right shoulder. Inhale through neutral, exhale, left ear toward the left shoulder. One more time in each direction. Inhale through neutral, exhale, right ear toward the right shoulder. Inhale through neutral, exhale, left ear toward the left shoulder. Now inhale to neutral, extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, and let's turn the head gently toward the right side. Good, now inhale through neutral, exhale, gently turn toward the left side. Good, inhale through neutral, exhale, gently turn toward the right. Inhale through neutral, exhale, and turn toward the left. We're going to do one more time in each direction. Through neutral, breathing in. Exhale, turn gently toward the right. Inhale through neutral, and exhale, gently turn toward the left. Good, and then we'll come back to center. Again, resetting our position. So sitting up tall, sucking the belly button toward the spine, shoulders down and back. Let's loosen up the shoulders before we come into our last neck movement. So rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Now, if this movement is most comfortable for you, you can stay here, or you can come with me and windmill the arms. One side, and then the other side, reaching up, back, and down. Good, yeah. Breathe deeply, lengthen through those fingertips. Good. Two more just like that. Last one, good. And now we'll come into our last neck movement for the day. So sitting up tall, you can rest the hands on the thighs or come with me and bring the fingertips behind the head. First, I'd like you to widen the elbows, lengthen your thumbs way down, and see how far down you can get your shoulders so that you can barely touch them with your thumbs. One more deep breath in. And we're going to exhale, the elbows tuck in and down toward the hips as we press the chin toward the chest gently. Now inhale up through neutral, elbows out and wide, and we're going to drop the head back and support the head with the hands as we relax the neck. Inhale through neutral, elbows tuck in, and the chin comes down toward the chest. Inhale through neutral, elbows wide, and we exhale, relax the head back. You can even lean back a little bit if you want to intensify. One more time each direction. Inhale through neutral, elbows tuck in, and we gently press that chin toward the chest. Inhale through neutral, elbows wide, and we'll drop the head back. Good, now we'll inhale back to neutral and release the arms. Great job. Okay, now let's come into a little bit of spinal mobility. So coming into a half moon dynamic stretch. So dynamic stretch is when we're stretching and moving with the breath, and static stretch is when we're stretching and holding. We've done both of those styles of stretch already. So starting with dynamic here, grasp the right side of your chair with the right hand. Inhale the left arm up toward the sky. And we'll exhale and just gently bend from the belly button to the crown of the head. Right elbow tucks in. Now we'll inhale and come up. Exhale, left hand to the seat of the chair or to the thigh. Right arm reaches. And we bend. Left elbow presses in toward the spine. Again, inhale, lengthen, reaching. Exhale, release the right hand to the seat of the chair or the thigh. Left arm reaches up. And we exhale and bend to the right. Right elbow tucks in. One more time in each direction. Inhale, look up, lift up. Exhale, release that left arm. Inhale the right arm up toward the sky. Exhale and bend. Good. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the arm. Left arm reaches up. Breathe in deep. Exhale, bend the right elbow in toward the body, and we're going to hold here this time. So now turning our stretch into a dynamic stretch to increase our flexibility. Dynamic stretching does not increase your flexibility, but it does increase your circulation and wakes up the joints and lots of other good things. So I'd like you to make sure your right shoulder is pressing down away from the ear. This is why we tuck the right elbow in toward the spine, so that shoulder doesn't pop up with a straight arm. Feel the stretch in the left rib cage. Your arm can reach up above, aligning with the ear, or you can release the arm to shoulder height or behind the back anytime. Breathe into the stretch. Expand the left rib cage. And relax as you exhale. Good, now let's inhale and come up. Exhale and release the left hand to the seat of the chair. And we're grasping the chair so that we can maintain that stability. If that's not okay for you, replace that hand on the thigh. And we'll inhale the right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, the left elbow tucks in toward the spine. Look up toward the sky if that's okay for your neck and shoulders. Otherwise, look toward the floor. Remember that arm positioning is up to you. You can reach straight out in front or bring that hand behind the back anytime. Good. Feel that extension through the right side body. And we're breathing deeply into that stretch. Bottom shoulder presses down as far as it'll go. Great job, guys. Now let's inhale and come up. Exhale and release the arm. Let's quickly release the spine, hands to knees. Extend as you inhale. Then exhale, curve and round, press the belly button toward the spine. Inhale, up, lift, look up, shoulders down, elbows in. Exhale, curve and round. And we'll come back to neutral. Excellent. So that was our spinal bend. Now we're going to come into a spinal twist. So again, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to tip forward from the hip, and I'd like you to tip forward with a straight spine. So don't let your chest cave in. And we're just going to bring the elbows to the thighs and see if you can just hold here for a moment with perfect alignment. So shoulders are down and back. We're lengthening through the crown of the head. Feet are nice and flat on the floor. And now when you're ready, we're going to bring the right elbow to the right thigh and the right hand to the left thigh so that we can ensure that our shoulders are our knees are shoulder width apart is what we're looking for here. Now the left hand can come to the left thigh above the right hand, and then we're going to look up toward the sky and allow our shoulders to follow. You can stay here if this is enough of a twist for you, or you can reach that left arm up toward the sky. Good, so there are lots of options here. If the bending with the twist is not okay for you, sit up straight and come into the reach only. Breathe deeply and press your bottom shoulder down as far as it'll go. Look for the stretch through the side body and make sure you're nice and even across both hips. Good, one more deep breath in. Exhale, both elbows to the thighs, palms together, and we'll curve and round the spine. And then coming back to neutral, moving along to the other side. Left elbow to the thigh, left hand to the right thigh. Right hand comes above the left hand. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, look up toward the ceiling and allow your shoulders to follow. Good, so a few things we want to check before we go further. We never let the shoulders crowd the ears. We don't allow the chest to cave in, and there is no pain anywhere. When you're ready, you can reach that right arm up toward the sky. And then press it back as you exhale. See if you can find that deep stretch in the right side body, maybe even into the back a little bit. Lengthen through those fingertips and breathe. Yeah, really good. One more deep breath in. Exhale the elbows to the thighs, and the palms can come together. We're just going to curve around the spine to reset. And then walk the hands back up. Excellent. Okay, so now into some nice gentle stretching for the lower body. First, we're going to start with a hamstring stretch. So just extend the left leg straight out, flexing the toes back toward the body, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, and then we'll exhale and tip forward from the hips. The elbow or the hand can come to the right knee. So hands are always on the bent knee. We never put pressure on or within 4 inches above the straight joint. You can reach for the left toe if you want to, but don't make touching the toe the goal. You don't want your shoulder to carry forward or the head to carry forward. We want a straight spine, and your only goal in any pose is to feel the stretch. Might not even always be in the same place, but that's our goal, is to feel that stretch and then move just a little bit past that comfort zone. Nice deep breathing always. Good. And then we'll press up. We're going to switch sides, replacing that left foot on the floor, extending the right leg straight out, toes flex back toward the body. Inhale and extend, hands come to the bent knee. Exhale and we'll tip forward from the hips. Shoulders down and back, away from the ears, flexing those right toes back toward you. Good. You can reach forward if you want to, just don't let your shoulder carry forward. Good. And now we're going to come on back up and come into a reverse plank from sitting. So you can keep the heels under the knees, or you can extend the legs out all the way. You can point the toes or flex the feet back toward you. I'd like you to sit up tall and brace the core, and then we're going to lean back and just place the hands on the chair behind us so that we have a nice long straight posture. And if your hands do not comfortably reach the chair behind you, you can just sit upright and bring the hands across the chest or to the hips, no problem. So now from here, this might be all the stretch you need, feeling that extension and expansion through the fronts of the shoulders and chest. Or you can come with me for an endurance modification, inhaling as you lengthen the neck, and then exhaling and lifting up the hips off the chair. Now remember, you can bring those feet in under the knees, and this is going to make things a little bit easier. This is a fairly advanced chair pose, so don't worry if your hips don't come up off the chair. You might just want to push the heels down and find some contraction in the muscles of the lower body and upper body to help with that strength and endurance. One more deep breath in. Exhale the hips back down to the chair, flex the feet back toward you, and then tip forward. So again, you can bring those feet back so the heels are under the knees, or just come with me into that forward fold in staff. Your hands can come down below the knees. You can reach for the toes if you want to. Check that your shoulders are down away from the ears. Breathe. Great job. And now we'll come on back up and release the legs. I think we'll jump right into our seated warrior series now. So turning to the side in your chair. The inside half of your body is on the chair, the outside half is off the chair, and we're going to grasp the back of the chair with the inside hand. Bring the outside hand to the hip, and then drop the back knee down underneath your hip. Now you might already find you have a stopping point where your leg doesn't want to go any further, and that's okay. You can always bring the hands to that front thigh, or you can bring that knee further forward if that's what's best for you. Now from here, shoulders down and back, chest proud, neck long, good. And tuck the tailbone. See if you can really focus that stretch in the front hip flexor and quadricep. Sit tall, make sure you're not allowing the chest to cave in just as much as you can. And you can use the back of that chair for leverage and support here if you need to, just don't lean on it. Now we're just going to relax that back leg, make sure your toes are pointed forward, and we're going to tip forward, bringing the elbows to the front thigh, and straighten out the back leg as much as you're able. Now I'd like you to see if you can press into that heel and find a good stretch at the base of that calf and Achilles tendon. Breathe. Really good. Now from here, we're going to very gently and slowly press up, using the hands on that front thigh and tucking the tailbone as we rise, bracing the core. Make sure your lower back doesn't arch when you're in this position. And when you're ready, you can reach up with one arm or with both arms. You can push the soles of the feet into the floor and lift your body up off the floor just a very little bit if you'd like to intensify the pose. Good. Breathing deeply. Really good. One more deep breath in, and we'll exhale and release the arms. Bend the back knee and bring that left leg straight forward. Toes are going to flex back towards you. Hands come to the bent knee once again, and we're going to tip forward from the hip, lifting the hips up toward the sky. So again, the hands can come to the bent knee, the top of the thigh, to the hips, anywhere below the knee, or to the floor, but never on or within 4 inches above that straight joint. Good. Find that stretch behind the knee, coming up into the hamstring and down into the calf. And now if you'd like, you can rotate from the hip on that left leg. Make sure you're not rotating from the ankle or the knee. Bring it up nice and high, and you'll feel a deeper extension in some of the different muscle heads as you move. Good. And now we'll come on back up and bring that leg in, and we're going to come around to the other side. We're going to do our full warrior series from standing here. This one's just to warm up our lower body a little bit. So again, sitting up nice and tall, inside half of the body is on the chair, the outside half is off the chair. Grasp the back of the chair with the inside hand, outside hand comes to the hip, and we'll drop the outside knee down underneath the hip. Tuck the tailbone. Feel the stretch in the front of that right thigh. Lace up the core and feel your strength here. Good. Nice deep breathing. And now when you're ready, we'll tip forward from the hip. Hands or elbows can come to the front thigh. We're just going to straighten out that back leg, pressing that back heel down, finding the stretch and the extension in the Achilles tendon and calf. Breathing deeply. And when you're ready, you can press up onto that front knee, tucking the tailbone as you rise, lacing up the core, and then if you'd like, you can reach up with the arm on the back leg side or with both arms. You can push into the soles of the feet to intensify your pose. Good. Breathe deeply. Relax the shoulders as much as you're able. Good. One more deep breath in. Exhale, and we'll release down through prayer. Grasp the chair, draw the right leg in. We're going to extend that right leg straight forward. Excellent, yeah. Sitting tall, shoulders down and back, and then we'll tip from the hip, lifting the tailbone up toward the sky as we go. So again, we're looking for that good deep stretch behind the knee, coming up into the hamstring and down into the calf. You can also rotate from the hip, keeping the toes flexed back toward the body, looking to see how that stretch changes as you move around. Good. Breathe. Excellent. And now let's press back up. And we'll draw the leg in and come back to center. Good. Now a deeper lower body release. We're going to sit up nice and tall, finding our position once again. And we'll bring the right knee into the chest. And if you choose to sit, you can do this from a staff position if you like. Good. Sitting up tall, shoulders down and back. Now, if it's not comfortable for you to grasp underneath the knee, you can grasp under the thigh or bring that foot all the way down to the floor. Rotate the right ankle around in a circle. Now, this is also a pose that you can do from standing, and no matter what you're doing here, our primary motive is postural correction. So you're looking for shoulders down away from the ears, elbows tucked into the rib cage, core strong, neck long, and the chin tucked. Good. Now flex and extend those and the ankle so that foot points toward the ceiling and the floor. And again, you can bring that foot all the way down to the floor anytime if that helps you to maintain that perfect posture and feel no pain. Good. And now let's cross the right shin over the left thigh. Draw the leg in. If you need to reposition that bottom foot, that's fine. Just make sure that it's not bending in at an angle. We want to be nice and solid with the heel underneath the knee. And now we're sitting up tall, shoulders down and back, hugging that leg in toward the chest. Good. If this is not comfortable for you, you can cross the ankles instead, still making sure to have one pillar foot, one supporting foot, and then the other leg crosses over. Good, yeah. Breathe deeply. Find the strength in those back muscles. See if you can get even across both hips on the chair or on the floor. And we're looking for the stretch through the right hip. Good. And now let's sit up tall and we'll release that leg so that the knee comes across the thigh. So again, if this is not okay for you, we're deepening the stretch with each progression. So if this is not okay for you, you can come back to any stretch we've just done. And now here we're noticing the flexibility of our hip and knee, or maybe lack thereof. And of course, you can always adjust accordingly to be comfortable. Let's take a deep breath in and sit up really nice and tall. And then we'll exhale, and I want you to tip forward from the hip with a straight spine. And that means that you're probably not going to get very far, depending on the flexibility of your hips today. And that's okay. We're just working with that, breathing deeply into the muscle you feel stretching. And as you exhale, just ask it to relax. Now from here, if you're still feeling comfortable and would like a deeper stretch, you can relax down over that leg from the belly button up. You can release the forearms to the leg. You can relax the body all the way down. You can even reach for that bottom toe if you want to. Make sure that you're never bouncing in your stretch, because that's going to increase your potential for injury. So think of expanding as you inhale and then relaxing as you exhale. Good. Nice deep breathing. Excellent. And now we'll walk the hands back up and release the leg. Flex and extend along that sandal plane, and we'll place that right foot on the floor. Left knee now comes to the chest, and we grasp underneath the knee. Sit up tall, shoulders down and back. Contract the muscles of the back and the backs of the arms. There's no tension in the neck and shoulders. And then we rotate that left ankle around in a circle. So remember too that you can always bring that foot down to the floor. You can grasp under the thigh if you need to, and you might spend just 1 or 2 breaths up here, grasping below the knee to help to start strengthening the muscles and then reduce your intensity, which is fine for the rest of this pose. Now we'll flex and extend toward the ceiling and the floor. Good. Always breathing deeply and just being aware of how our joints and muscles feel here. Good. Now we'll cross the left shin over the right thigh. Draw the leg in, the knee points toward the sky. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath. And then exhale and just tip from the hip, hugging the knee in toward the body as you bring the center of your body toward the knee. So we're not bringing the chest or the nose toward the knee. We're moving with the center of our body that's at the same level as the knee. And remember, you can always bring that leg down anytime. Good. Prioritize that left hip and knee. Breathe. One more deep breath in. And we'll exhale and drop that left knee out to the side. So now you might notice that your flexibility has changed from the other side of the body. Maybe you're more or less flexible on this side, and that's all right. We're not going to try and force these sides of the body to balance. We're just working with it. So again, taking a deep breath in and sitting up tall. When you straighten the spine, you should feel that stretch intensify in the left hip and knee. And then when you exhale, just relax down over that leg. First with a straight spine, and then when you feel more comfortable, you can round forward from the belly button to the crown of the head. What we want to make sure of when I say come into it with a straight spine is that we're not making the goal to bring the nose closer to the ankle. That's not the goal. The goal is always the stretch, and we want to do that with perfect form. Good. Nice deep breathing. Great job. Now let's come on up and we'll release the leg. Flex and extend along that straight plane. And we'll replace the foot on the floor. Excellent. So now let's come through our seat-assisted squat and we'll come into some chair pose modifications. So sitting up nice and tall, I'd like you to bring your hands anywhere except on the thighs or on the chair, unless you must. And we're just going to tip forward, inhale, exhale, push into the heels, and we'll stand up nice and slowly. Good. So we're going to do that same thing a few more times. What I'd like you to focus on is maintaining alignment through the lower body. Knees, hips, and ankles are always lined up, shoulders down and back, chest proud and neck long. Now let's reach straight ahead in front as we inhale. Exhale and gently sit down into your chair as slowly as you can. Maintain that alignment. Good. Now we're going to inhale, exhale, push into the heels, and come on up. Excellent. And release the arms. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach straight forward. Exhale and sit right down. You can hover above your chair this time if you'd like to intensify. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, we'll stand up and release the arms. Good. Working at the ankles. And we're going to come behind our chair now so that we can have that balance assist if we need it. So standing nice and tall behind your chair. Now that we're standing, we're going to find our quiet mountain pose, find our feet. So I'd like you to just rock back and forth across the balls of the feet and the heels, settling in the center, nice and even across all 4 corners of the feet. Knees are soft, tailbone is tucked, core strong, shoulders down and back, chest proud, neck long, and the chin is tucked. And remember that you can come back down to sitting anytime. Let's take a deep breath in and focus our gaze on anything that's not moving. Exhale and come up onto the toes. Good. Now when you're ready, if you'd like, one arm or both arms can reach up above. Suck the belly button toward the spine. Find that balance. Lift the heels a little higher if you can. Good. One more deep breath in. Exhale the heels to the floor, and we're going to fold forward. So you can place the hands on the back of the chair. You can walk down to the seat of the chair or relax all the way down toward the floor. Relax the arms and neck. Let the body hang. And now we'll slowly bend the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders down and back. You can come with me if you'd like and reach the arms out to the sides and overhead. A little baby back bend. Exhale, release down through prayer. And release the arms. Great job. Okay, let's come into some chair variations now. So you're always more than welcome to come in front of your chair if you prefer to have the safety of the chair behind you. And of course, you can always use 2 chairs if that's more comfortable for you. So we're going to start by taking a deep breath in, sitting up tall. And then we're going to exhale and sit down into our imaginary chair. So I'd like you to push into the outsides of the feet. Knees, hips, and ankles are all lined up. Core is strong. Now from here, take a deep breath in, exhale, and lift the heels up off the floor if you're able. You might want to stand up all the way to do this. If you'd like to intensify your pose, one or both arms can reach out in front or up alongside the ears. Brace the core, maintain that alignment. Let's take one more deep breath in. Exhale and stand up tall. See if you can keep the heels lifted. Then release the heels to the floor and we'll fold forward, relaxing down toward the floor. Relax the arms and neck. Let the body hang. Good, and now we're going to bend the knees, look forward, and sit right back into our imaginary chair pose as we rise. You might want to stand and then sit down into your chair pose. Push into the outsides of the feet. Brace your core. Check the knees, hips, and ankles are lined up and the weight is in the back of the body for now, right in the heels. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, lift the heels up off the floor. And again, you can reach forward with one arm, you can reach up with one arm or both arms. And of course, you can come back to sitting anytime. Breathe deeply. One more deep breath in. Exhale, reach up toward the sky. Lift up as high as you can, way up on those heels if you're able. And we'll exhale down onto the heels. Fold forward. Good. And again, level of your choice. So you can relax all the way down toward the floor if that's most comfortable for you. We're checking in with our blood pressure and making sure that we don't feel dizzy or nauseated when we lower the head below the heart line. And now we'll slowly bend the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders down and back, arms come out to the sides and overhead. Baby back bend on top. And we'll release down through prayer and release the arms. Excellent. Okay, now let's come to our standing warrior series. So again, we're right behind our chairs, finding the soles of our feet, nice and even across all 4 corners. Let's shift the weight to the left leg, extend the right leg straight back behind you, and we're going to place the toes on the floor, pointed forward. So make sure your toes are pointed forward in this pose. Some styles of yoga will advise you to turn the foot to the side. That doesn't make it wrong, but if you want to try that, notice the difference. Lift the heel, turn the toe forward, and then press it down. And then you can lift the heel, turn the foot slightly to the side, and press it down. When we turn it to the side, we twist our joints and lose our stretch. So for our purposes today, we want everything squared forward. Gently press down into that back heel. Tuck your tailbone. See if you can remove the arch from the base of the spine. And you can always tip forward and bring the hands or the elbows to the back of the chair if that's more comfortable for you. Breathe deeply. And when you're ready, if you'd like a little more, you can reach up with the arm on the back leg side or with both arms. And we'd like to take as much weight as we can off the chair. Find that balance if you're able. Excellent. One more deep breath in. Exhale the hand to the back of the chair. Lift the back heel up off the floor. Turn the back foot at 90 degrees to the front foot and gently place it back down. Good, yes. And we're reaching the arms out in line with the front leg. Now I want you to decide if you need to adjust your back leg. If you need to bring the foot closer together or that foot out in front or remove the twist altogether, whatever you need to do for the sake of your joints is fine. What we're looking for here is focus and alignment. So a nice straight spine, a strong core. If you're reaching out with the arms, I'd like you to focus your gaze on the nail of the middle finger that's over that front bent knee. When you look down at your front foot, you should always be able to see the inside front ankle and your front big toe. When you breathe in, reach for the side walls. Try and touch them with your fingertips. As you exhale, relax the shoulders down. One more deep breath in, and now we'll release the left hand or elbow to the back of the chair or the thigh. Reach the right arm across the front of the body and open up toward the sky. Once you get here, I'd like you to make sure the chest is not caving in, so press that top arm back to align with the ear. Open up the right rib cage. Press the hips forward. Check your bottom shoulder is down away from the ear as far as it will go. And remember, you can come down a level or two if that's comfortable for you. Breathe, expand through the side body. We want to get a good stretch through the ribs and that space between the bottom of the ribs and the hip bone. One more deep breath in. Exhale, push into the front heel to come up. Then we'll release the arm. Now we're going to come into a triangle pose. So let's straighten out that front leg. I'm going to take the knee off lock. So that means very slightly bent. Our back foot is still pointed at 90 degrees to the front foot. And that knee is also off lock. So just very slightly off straight. And we'll reach out, both arms in line with the front leg. And now we're going to shift the body over the front leg and turn. So now your bottom arm can come down to the back of the chair or down to the seat of the chair, or that bottom hand can come to the inside of the knee, anywhere below the knee, to the ankle or to the floor. So it depends on your level of flexibility today. Whatever position you're in, I'd like you to lift the tailbone toward the sky and see if you can target the stretch on the inside of the front thigh. If you'd like to intensify the twist in your upper body, take that top arm and wrap it around behind the back, grasping the top of your bottom thigh or as close as you can get. So we're prioritizing especially our spine and our front knee and hip in this pose. As long as those feel safe and all of your joints feel safe, you're doing just fine. Now let's inhale and bend the front knee, reach up toward the sky, and we'll stand up nice and tall. Release the back arm, lift the back heel up off the floor, turn the toes forward, and we're going to finish with a pyramid pose. If this is becoming too much for your lower body, feel free to sit down anytime. Now in this position, both legs are straight. Our back foot is pointed mostly forward. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight forward, but I'd like your hips to be squared toward the chair, so they are squared forward. And again, the front knee is off lock, so very slightly bent to keep it safe. Inhale and extend the spine. Exhale, tip from the hip and lift your tailbone up toward the sky. Your hands can come down to the back of the chair, to the seat of the chair, or anywhere below the knee on that leg. Now this is a great stretch to do if you're in the kitchen, lounge on the counter. When your upper body weight is supported, it's safer to relax the lower body a little more and we can get a deeper stretch. So here too, think about lifting your tailbone up toward the sky and feeling that stretch up high in the hamstring and in the bottom of the glutes and that front leg. Good. Now we'll bend the front knee and step forward or back or a combination of both. Let's finish with a forward fold on that side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, relax down, using the chair or not for stability and support. Good. And now we'll gently bend the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders down and back, arms reach out to the sides and overhead. And we'll release down through prayer. And release the arms. Excellent. Let's come along to the other side now. So again, standing up nice and tall behind your chair, shoulders down and back, chest proud, neck long. And the first thing we always do is find the soles of our feet and our perfect posture, feeling very nice and tall and open in the world here. Now we're going to shift to the right side, extend the left leg straight back. Toes are pointed forward, and we're going to press that back heel gently toward the floor. So you're going to feel that stretch wherever you're tight, and it's also going to depend on the angle of your body. So the more you're tipped forward, the more this stretch will come into the lower part of the leg, and the more upright you stand, the more it's going to come into that hip flexor. What we want to make sure of is that if we sit upright, we're not arching the lower back and letting the tummy pop out. Good. When you're ready, you can reach up with the arm on the back leg side, or with both arms. Breathe deeply, expanding the rib cage. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper if you can. Push down into your front heel and feel your strength. And remember, you can come back down to your seat anytime. One more deep breath in. Exhale the hands down to the back of the chair. Lift the back heel up off the floor. Turn the back foot at 90 degrees to the front foot. And gently place it back down. We're reaching both arms out, or just one arm, in line with the front leg. So it doesn't matter where that back leg is pointed. You can adjust if you need to, but preferably both arms are lined up with the front leg wherever the back leg is pointing. Good. Sitting tall. Remember, your hands can come to the hips or to the back of the chair anytime. Reach for those side walls. As you exhale, sink a little deeper if you're able. Drive down into the front heel. Take a look and make sure you can see the inside of your front ankle and your front big toe. It might take some contraction of those muscles on the outside of the right leg to do that, which is great because that means they're getting stronger. One more deep breath in. Exhale the front hand or elbow to the back of the chair. Swing the left arm down across the front of the body and open up toward the sky. Check that your bottom shoulder is down away from the ear as far as it'll go, no matter what position you're in. So if you're up here with your hand on the back of the chair and your shoulder is crowding the ear, you might want to bring that hand down lower and find a different level so that your shoulder can be nice and far down. Look for the stretch through the left rib cage and side body. And we're breathing deeply into those fingertips. If you're reaching up above, remember the hand can come down anytime. One more deep breath in. Exhale, and we'll press up. Good, release the arm. Lift the back heel up off the floor. Turn the toes forward. And we'll gently, oh no, triangle pose. Sorry guys. Turning that back foot to the side again. So our back foot is at 90 degrees to the front foot. And now we're going to straighten out the front leg and take that knee slightly off lock. Now reach one arm or both arms out in line with the front leg. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and we'll shift the body over that leg, and then we turn. So again, the hand or the elbow can come to the back of the chair or to the seat of the chair. And now this position is different from our warrior two because our front leg is straight and our top arm is reaching up toward the sky rather than aligning with our ear. If you'd like a deeper twist for the upper body, take that right arm and wrap it around behind the back, grasping the top of your bottom thigh or as close as you can get. Breathe. Feel that opening of the left hip and side body, maybe also the front of the left shoulder. Good. Now we'll inhale and reach up toward the sky, bend the front knee, and we'll stand up tall. Good. Release the arm. Now let's lift the back heel up off the floor and turn everything forward. Hips are squared forward. Your back foot can be turned to the side slightly as long as that doesn't impact your hip placement. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the crown of the head, and we'll exhale and tip from the hip. So if you're using your arms to support your body weight, make sure the elbows tuck in and the shoulders are down away from the ears. You don't want to be up here with tension. Just relax it down. You can lounge on the back of that chair. Think of lifting your tailbone up toward the sky, whatever position you're in. And you can come down a level or two if you like to intensify anytime. Deep breathing always. Yeah, really good. And now let's bend the front knee and we'll walk the hands back up. You can step the feet in or back or a combination of both. And we'll take a nice forward fold to finish off here. Inhale, arms out to the sides and overhead. Exhale, and we'll fold forward slowly. Again, hands come to the back of the chair or the seat of the chair, or you can relax all the way down toward the floor. Good, and now we'll gently bend the knees, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders down and back. Arms come out to the sides and overhead. Maybe back bend on top. And we'll release down through prayer and release the arms. Great, now we're going to come back down to our seats. Through our perfect seat-assisted squat with perfect alignment. Feel free to grab a drink of water on the way. So as we come down to our chairs, we'd like to have that alignment. Knees, hips, and ankles. And we're moving nice and slowly, just gently coming down onto our seat. Good. And now we're finding again our seated quiet mountain pose. Whatever that looks like for you. We're running out of time pretty quickly, so I think we're going to come into upper body, and then we'll come into our final relaxation pretty soon here. So again, sitting tall, let's bring the right arm across the chest, grasp just above the elbow, press down and hug the arm in. I'd like you to find the stretch in the middle delt, so that's the middle shoulder muscle, and we're not feeling any tension in the neck and shoulders, so make sure that shoulder is down as far as it'll go. Here is where we pat ourselves on the back for making it here today, for making it through, for focusing that intention. Good. And if you'd like, you can straighten that right arm out, turn the palm down and forward, and then we're going to draw that arm a little closer to the body. Good. You can move the neck around in these poses if you'd like to notice what different areas need attention. And then we're going to bend the elbow, release the arms out to the sides and lengthen through the fingertips. And now we release and come along to the other side. Left arm comes across the front of the body. We grasp just above the elbow. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, press the arm down and hug it into the chest. And we're patting ourselves on the back on the other side. Good. See if you can find that stretch through the shoulder muscles. Press the shoulder down as far as it'll go. If you'd like, you can straighten out the left arm. You can turn the palm down and forward if you'd like. Neck is nice and long and we're breathing deeply. Good. And then we'll bend the elbow, release the arms out to the side and extend through those fingertips. Good, and release the arms. Now we're going to reach the arms straight out in front and I'd like you to grasp the right wrist with the left hand. If you can keep those arms at shoulder height, that's great. If not, just lower them down and let them rest on the thighs. Now inhale and draw the right arm out with the left arm. Exhale and squeeze your left shoulder down toward the hip. See if you can find that stretch through the right shoulder and side body. Maybe feel it through the left shoulder as well. Now we'll inhale through neutral and switch sides, grasping the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, extend, lengthen that arm out. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down toward the hip. Good. Reach out through those fingertips so you can find the stretch in the back. Now inhale through neutral and release the arms out to the sides. You can press the arms down and back behind you toward the back legs of your chair. Good. Spread the fingers. Open those palms up. Press the thumbs back behind you and breathe. Good. And now we'll release the arms. Grasp the knees and we're going to curve around the spine. Now I want you to hold here in this curve, in this C curve, and squeeze your belly button back. Press the chin gently toward the chest and just allow yourself to relax into this deep back extension for a moment. And now we're going to inhale, look forward, lift up, look up, elbows in, and just hold here for a moment. See if you can bring that stretch into the upper back. Drop the head back if you'd like. Keep breathing. Good. And then we'll inhale back to neutral and reset our spine, squeezing the belly button toward the spine. Excellent. Now into triceps. So you can come with me for the single arm tricep stretch, reaching that right elbow up alongside the ear. And from here you can press from underneath or grasp from on top, reach up between the shoulder blades, or just rest that hand on the thigh. If you'd like a deeper tricep stretch, reach both arms up toward the sky, bring the palms together, and then bend the elbows and bring the fingertips down between the shoulder blades. Check that whatever position you're in, your arm positioning does not impact your neck positioning. So make sure, prioritize that straight long neck, and then move your stretch around that. Good. And now we're going to inhale, reach up toward the sky, exhale, release the arms, shake it out, and now we're going to come to either the other side, or you're going to come to both arms once again. So that left arm can come up alongside the head. You can press from underneath or grasp from on top. Reach up between the shoulder blades or place the hand on the thigh, or you can bring both palms together and bend those elbows, bringing the fingertips down between the shoulder blades once again. Keep those shoulders down. Breathe deeply. Feel the expansion through the upper body. Great job. Now let's inhale and reach up toward the sky. Exhale, release the hands. And now I'd like you to place the fingertips behind you with the thumbs in and the fingertips out. Or you can clasp the hands, or you can grasp the wrists or the forearms behind you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and press everything down, down, down toward the floor. So we begin to feel that stretch through the neck and shoulders now. We have a straight spine. We're not letting everything cave in here. And now I just want you to tip the head to one side without moving your body. And inhale through neutral and tip to the other side. Just one more time each side, just like we did in the warm-up, but a deeper stretch. Through neutral and to the right side. And through neutral and to the left side. Great, and now we'll come back to neutral, release the arms, reach the arms out in front at shoulder height, or rest the hands down on the thighs. And we're going to curve and around the upper back only, and reach forward. See if you can find a stretch between the shoulder blades. Try and touch the wall in front of you. Good, and then we'll come back to neutral. And I think we have just enough time for our hands, and then we'll finish up with our Shavasana. So I'd like you to reach the right hand forward, straighten out the arm, fingertips point toward the sky. And we're going to grasp the right fingertips with the left hand and draw those fingertips back toward the body. Good, shoulders down and back. And you can draw those fingertips back one at a time at different distances if that's more comfortable for you. Just noticing that stretch, hopefully through the palm, but mostly into the tendons and ligaments of the wrist and forearm. Good, and then we're going to release that arm, roll the wrists around in a circle, and we come to the other side. Left arm extends, fingertips toward the sky, grasp the fingertips, keep that left arm straight, and then we'll draw the fingertips back. So your flexibility might be here today, or even less than that, and that's okay. We're not forcing anything. We do want to keep the arm straight, so make sure you're not bending the elbow to get the fingers closer to your body. That's not the goal. The goal is always the stretch. Good, and then we're going to release. Roll the wrists around in a circle. Excellent. And now one for the backs of the hands. I'd like you to make a fist with your right hand. Straighten that arm out and point your knuckles down toward the floor, about in line with your knees. Now we're going to grasp that right hand with the left hand. Keeping the right arm straight, gently bend the wrist towards you. Keep the fist. So don't let your hand open up, and I want you to think about straightening out that right arm and pressing out into your right wrist. We're not pulling, we're just drawing, never hard. And feel that deep extension. Good, and then we'll release, squeeze and open the hands, roll them out, and we'll come to the other side. Now we make a fist with the left hand. Point those knuckles down toward the floor, mostly in line with your knees. Grasp the right fist with the left, or left fist with the right hand, and we're going to bend that wrist and gently draw it back toward the body, holding onto that fist. So again, your wrist, your fist can point down toward the floor, and we want to make sure that we're maintaining that perfect posture, not letting our chest cave in, because that's going to be one of our body's protective reflexes to reduce the stretch. And now we'll release, roll the wrists around in a circle. And let's come into our hand massage. So left fingertips come to the back of the right hand, left thumb comes to the right palm. And we're going to start in that largest muscle that controls our thumb. So as you move, think about relaxing the right hand and letting that left hand do the work, focusing on the soft bits. Now if you'd like, you can come down between the tendons and ligaments and knuckles. You can press and squeeze all the way to the end. Think about creating space and focus on the soft bits and not the hard parts. Now we'll come to the side, addressing that little muscle that controls our pinky finger. Good. And then we'll take all of our fingertips and our thumb and wrap them around the base of the right thumb and squeeze and roll to the end. And then we're going to repeat that with each one of our fingers. So we always finish our chair yoga classes with a little hand massage. First of all, because it's a good lead-in to our relaxation. This automatically helps your body to relax without you having to do anything else. It's also going to reduce inflammation and tension and help with things like arthritis and cortisol levels and stuff like that. So I encourage you to do this on your own time, when you're waiting for something or watching television, whatever. And then we'll release, squeeze and open, roll the wrists around in a circle. And let's come along to the other side. So now the right fingertips come to the back of the left hand. Right thumb comes to the left palm. We're going to squeeze and roll around in that largest muscle that controls that thumb. Relax your left hand as much as you can. And don't press so hard that it hurts, but focusing on sore spots is okay if it feels like a relief to you. Now coming down in between tendons and ligaments and knuckles, you can press and squeeze, or you can roll as you go. Good. And then we'll come along to the side of the hand, squeezing and rolling. Good. And now all of the right fingers and the thumb come to the base of the left thumb, and we're going to squeeze and roll right to the end. Good. And then we're going to repeat that with each finger. Good. Keep smiling. We're almost there. Nice deep breaths, and we're maintaining our posture for just another minute. Great, and now we'll squeeze and open, roll the wrists around in circles, and finish with our full body stretch. Breathe in deep, reach out through the fingertips and toes, lengthen. Good, exhale, bring everything into the center, hug the knees to the chest, forehead toward the knees. Inhale, reach out. Breathe in, take up lots of space. Exhale, bring everything into the center, curve and round. One more time, inhale, expand, lengthen through the fingertips and toes. Exhale, bring everything in, squeeze the air out of the body. And we'll come back to neutral. And now I'm going to ask you to find your comfortable seated or laying down position. I'm also going to ask you to find a nice warm sweater or socks because we will cool down now that we're no longer moving. Now our final relaxation is the beginnings of a meditation practice. So our goal here is to quiet the mind. And that's the basis of meditation. Once you quiet the mind, you can choose your pattern of thought. And then you can decide to go from there, whether it's transcendental meditation or creative visualization or anything you'd like to do. But our purpose today is just to practice quieting the mind. So they say there are 4 steps to meditation. There's focusing on the breathing, and then there's getting lost in thought, and then there's realizing you're lost in thought, and step 4 is coming back to the breathing. And it's cyclical, so you're going to be doing that multiple times, but the more you do it, the easier it gets to bring that focus back and keep it there. So once you've found your comfortable position, whatever that looks like to you today, I'd like you to start by taking a deep breath in all the way down to the tips of the toes and closing the eyes. And then exhale completely, feeling the body relax down into the seat, into the floor, into the earth. Now just for a moment, let's bring our attention to today's class. And first of all, give yourself a mental pat on the back for making it here, for making it through, and especially for maintaining the lines of communication with the body. And then just bring to mind your intention that you chose at the beginning of this class. Remind yourself of what that was. Pat yourself on the back for coming here to accomplish it. And then we'll just ease into our relaxation. So from the bottom up, we'll breathe in deeply down to the balls of the feet, the arches, heels, and ankles, stirring up tension. Exhale it out, pressing it out of the body with focus. Breathe through the calves, the shins, the knee joints and thighs. Exhale tension all the way down to the bones. Breathe through the hips, pelvis, buttocks, and lower spine. As you exhale, feel the body relax into the seat, into the floor. Breathe through the muscles of the lower back, side body, and abdomen. As you exhale, feel your circulation slow down and the internal organs relax. Breathe through the middle and upper back, through the rib cage and solar plexus. As you exhale, feel the heart and lungs slow down, relaxing. Breathe through the collarbone, shoulders, biceps, and elbows. Exhale, tension. Allow the arms to relax at the sides. Breathe through the forearms, wrists, palms, and backs of the hands. As you exhale, feel the fingertips let go of tension. Relax the muscles of the neck, through the top of the spine and the base of the skull. Relax the throat. Relax the jaw. Relax the muscles of the face, around the eyes, mouth, and ears. Relax the brow. And lastly, release the breath, breathing naturally as you sink deeper into relaxation. Now let's gently bring the attention back to the breath, taking a deep breath in and exhaling completely. Now let's gently bring the attention back to the body, wiggling the fingers and toes, moving the wrists and ankles around in circles. And if you're in a laying down position, you can gently find your way to sitting. And let's take a deep breath in. Exhale and open the eyes. Namaste everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that worked for you. If you have any questions, let us know what they might be. And get out and enjoy the sunshine. It's a beautiful day out there.